Prime Minister SHRI. Prime Minister SHRI, which is nothing but Schools for Rising India. Prime Minister SHRI is a scheme which was been devised by the Government of India mainly to implement National Education Policy 2020. Mainly to implement National Education Policy 2020. This particular schools are targeting already the schools which got very good names in Mandal level. Kendriya Vidyalayas, Navodaya Vidyalayas, and the schools which already got a very good name in Mandal levels, those schools will be identified by the central government. And those schools will be named as PM-SHRI schools. Those schools will be identified as what? PM-SHRI schools, which is called as Schools for Rising India. So how we have to remember the government schemes? What are all the framework you have to remember? You have to remember the side headings. What are all the side headings? First side heading, which ministry? For any government schemes you come across, first point you have to remember is this particular scheme is coming under which ministry? Ministry of Education. This is coming under Ministry of Education. There are two types of schemes will be there. There will be two types of schemes. One is called as central sponsored schemes, central sector schemes. So there will be two varieties of schemes. One variety of scheme is called as sponsored. Other variety is called as sector. Only two varieties of schemes we will be having with respect to government schemes. One is called as central sponsored. Other is called as central sector. Central is common. So sponsored, sector. Sponsored means there will be sharing. Whenever the word we are using sponsored, it means what? Sharing. Central government will share its fund and the state government will share its fund. There will be a percentage, like it will be 90:10 or 70:30 or 60:40. This is a general pattern of funding, 50-50. These are the four patterns of funding. Those schemes are called as what? Central sponsored scheme. Central sector scheme means fully funded by Government of India. Those schemes are called as central sector scheme. So first, which ministry is implementing that particular scheme? Second, what is the funding pattern? Whether it is central sponsored or whether it is central sector. So it is what? It is central sponsored scheme, which means that central government will be doing its contribution and state government will be doing its contribution. So second, the most important. Third, ministry, sponsored, and mission or aim or vision or the objective of the scheme. The objective of the scheme is to strengthen upgrading existing schools by implementing national education policy. That's it. These are not going to create new schools. Already schools which were been there, those schools will be upgraded on par with the National Education Policy 2020. That's it. For implementing National Education Policy, schools were been identified. Those schools are called as what? PM-SHRI schools. So PM-SHRI schools are nothing but these are the schools which were been identified by the central government to implement National Education Policy 2020. How many schools are being upgraded? 14,500. In your prelims exam, this particular series of Vijay Bhava, this is part of Vijay Bhava Prelims 2026. We are targeting only prelims. So there will be some statements also, statement oriented questions. So how many schools are getting upgraded? 14,500 schools will be upgraded. Which schools will be upgraded? Central state government, including what? Kendriya Vidyalaya, Navodaya Vidyalaya, as well as the schools which were been identified by the central government at Mandal level. Not all schools. And the schools will be what? Green schools. What are green schools? Solar panels will be established. Nutritional gardens will be created, like what? Tomatoes. So that in midday meal scheme, the tomatoes will be used for cooking. Those are called as what? Green schools. So PM-SHRI schools are also what? Green schools. PM-SHRI schools are how many schools they are upgrading? 14,500 schools. They are implementing which policy? National Education Policy 2020. And comes under central sponsored or central sector? Central sponsored. Who is implementing it? Ministry of Education. Pedagogy. So it's not normal or general teaching model. The teaching model also will be having an experiential. toys are being used, digital platforms are used. So education is made as a fun. In PM-SHRI school, what? Pedagogy also given importance. Teacher training is given importance. Whether teacher training is explaining with experiences or not. So it's an experiential learning or not. That is, which is called as pedagogy will be given importance. And mentorships. What is mentorship? This PM-SHRI school will be mentoring nearby gram schools. Gram Panchayat schools. In every village there will be schools, no? Primary schools, Gram Panchayat schools or Mandal Parishad high schools, Jilla Parishad high schools. So these schools will be mentoring the nearby schools. The nearby schools will be mentored under which scheme? PM-SHRI schools. Approved in 2022 and will be implemented by which year? 2027. Means 5 years. Within 5 years, 14,500 schools will be upgraded on par with national education policy. Green schools, pedagogy, experiential learning will be given importance. Central schools, state schools, mandal level schools which are been identified by the central government. This is with respect to PM-SHRI schools. Second, New India Literacy Program which is called as ULLAS. What is this? New India Literacy Program. Mainly the people. First, you should remember by just telling the government scheme, you should be in a position to remember the objective of the scheme. Then you have to go into the nuances of the scheme. Objective of the scheme. What is the name? New India Literacy Program. The children who are above 15 years and above, or the citizens who are above 15 years and above can be anything, who are uneducated, who are illiterate, they should be given importance under this particular scheme called as what? New India Literacy Program. So, who are left, who are uneducated, who are illiterate, those people should be given importance. That particular scheme is called as what? New India Literacy Program. It will be implemented through a mechanism called as ULLAS. So, to cover aspects of education for all. Aligning with what? National Education Policy 2020. To target whom? Non-literates. To target whom? Non-literates. Which ministry? Which type? Sponsor type. Sponsor type, Ministry of Education, targeting those who are left, targeting who are illiterates, targeting who didn't got education. There should be, those people should be targeted under this particular scheme called as New Education Literacy Program. What are the ULLAS? Stands for Understanding of Lifelong Learning for All in Society. So, here basic education will be provided with lifelong learning, means skill development, minimum education like writing, reading, understanding, minimum basic level of teaching will be done through the mechanism called as ULLAS under the scheme called as New India Literacy Program. Who 15 years and above, who are left, who didn't got education, like we will see in construction sector, we will be seeing in construction laborers, they will be 15 years and above and they will be not having any education. Foundational literacy and numeracy, critical life skills, vocational skills, basic education and continuing education, driven by volunteerism by the ULLAS app, social chetna Kendras for delivery. So there will be social Chetana Kendras will be established. There these people will come, they can learn. Or in mobile phone, there will be an app called as ULLAS app. They will be learning by this ULLAS app. So that the 15 years and above who were been left out from the education, now they will be getting education through the program called as New India Literacy Program. For them, there is an exclusive app called as what? ULLAS app. Match the following. New India Literacy Program. Other apps will be there. One of the app will be what? ULLAS app. So ULLAS app is matching with New India Literacy Program. Approved for 5 years. 2022, 2027. You have to tell me why 2022 this many schemes came. 2022, 75 years of independence. 75 years of independence. So they put a target. So 75 years of independence, hence 2022. So within 5 years, we will be reaching all this target. So what is our target by 2027? 100% literacy. So like what pilot basis. taking target of 5 years, 75 years of independence. By the time we reach 80 years of independence, 100% literacy rate will be there. Why we choose 2047 as Viksit Bharat? 100 years of independence. So by 100 years, we should become Viksit Bharat. Viksit Bharat means what? Developed India. Pradhan Mantri Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan. Pradhan Mantri Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan. Yes, what is this Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan? Already we have Rashtriya Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan, RUSA. How we have Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan? The Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan was been targeting, you should have little knowledge, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is that particular scheme which was mainly targeted upon primary education. For secondary education, higher education, mainly higher education. For secondary education, we have Rashtriya Madhyamika Shiksha Abhiyan. These are the schemes. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, basic foundational literacy, basic numeracy with basic primary education. Which scheme? Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. For secondary education, which scheme? Which scheme? Rashtriya Madhyamika Shiksha Abhiyan. And for higher education, earlier we have what? Rashtriya Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan, but this was not performing properly. This was not successful. This was unsuccessful. So the government of India understood that there is a need to reform Rashtriya Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan. Hence they recreated another scheme on the same lines to promote higher education. Now they renamed it. The new renamed name is called as what? Pradhan Mantri Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan. Pradhan Mantri Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan will be mainly focusing on higher education. Which Ministry of Education sponsored. No need to remember how much percentage. No need. Central sponsored, central sector is enough. To improve the quality of higher education in state universities and colleges by providing strategic funding and ensuring equity, access and excellence. So mainly target is what? Higher education is not quality, higher education is not accessible, higher education is not working with excellence. Hence we need to provide all these things. We had devised a scheme called as Pradhan Mantri Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan. Why I am repeating the name? So I myself repeating the name, if you also repeat, you can remember. Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan is for higher education by funding them, providing quality education, accessible and excellence. These all need to be happened through higher education things. Rebranded and upgraded version of RUSA. Rebranded and upgraded version of what? RUSA. What is RUSA? Rashtriya Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan. Equity initiatives, gender inclusion, support for underserved or unserved students. Creation of multidisciplinary education research universities provided based on the conformity of state higher education plus with national education policy. Launched in the year 2023 until 2026. So 2026 March 31st they are going to have a analysis. 2026 March 31st they are going to have a review. Whether this Prime Minister or Pradhan Mantri Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan is performing properly or not. For how many years? For 3 years. So hence 2026 you are writing prelims. So the analysis of this scheme is very important. If you don't, analysis they will not ask. Analysis they will ask in mains. At least what is this scheme? So Rashtriya Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan. APRAR. APRAR, which is called as what? Automated Permanent Academic Account Register. Automated Permanent Academic Account Register. How it functions? See. National Education Policy 2020 is coming up with an idea called as credits. National Education Policy 2020 is working on credits. Means what? For example, if I joined in degree college, one person joined in engineering college. If he completes first year, he will get credits. If he completes second year, if he completes second year, he will get credits. After second year, suddenly some mishap happened in their family. He dropped out. He became dropout. Now he is not continuing with his graduation. Generally, what used to happen generally? Dropout means dropout. Again, if he want to study means, again he has to start from graduation first year, graduation second year. So now the government of India is planning, or government of India through National Education Policy 2020 told that if there is any dropout in between, BTech 4 years, for 2 years he cleared, because of which he got some credits. And in the third year, he became dropout for 4 years. After 4 years of dropout, again he want to continue. So he will come and join in the third year with credits. Sir, already I completed my first year, second year, because of which I got these credits. So with that credits, I can join in third year, I can complete my third year and final year, and I can get a BTech degree. So this credits, where it will be saved? This credit, there should be some number, no? There should be some universal number where the credit should be saved. How we have Aadhaar card for every citizen of the country, for every student, we are going to provide this number, which is called as Automated Permanent Academic Account Register. So how many credits I got? That credits will be added to my number, like PAN number, like Aadhaar number. 12-digit number will be there. For this 12-digit number, it will be added. So it will be in the QR. So if I go to engineering college, sir, I studied for 2 years, but I became dropout because of some family issues. Again, I want to continue. So what is the guarantee? My QR code, scan it. He will scan the QR. Oh, already he completed 2 years, because of which he got some credits. Yes, you take the admission into third year. In that way, a permanent academic account register will be created for every student under National Education Policy 2020. So that dropouts are not no more dropouts. Dropouts are no more dropouts. Dropouts can recontinue. Dropouts can recontinue by the credits they acquire earlier. The same credits can be used to continue and to get a graduate degree. That number is called as Automated Permanent Academic Account Register. Ministry of Education. Central sector. Means this number will be given by whom? Central government only. State government will not give, only central government. Aadhaar card who will give? Central government. PAN card who will give? Central government. Similarly, so that means what logic? If sometimes if you forget also, these numbers, this PAN cards, this Aadhaar cards, these numbers will be given by central government. If vice versa, two, central government, state government are there. Both are giving, there is a chance of duplication. There is a chance of duplication, there is a chance of confusion. So only one body will be giving. So what will happen? Certainty. Clarity. That is the reason the numbers will be given either by central government or state government. Ration card will be given by whom? State government. Ration card will not be given by central government. Two bodies they will not give. Why? Because there will be duplication, there will be confusion, there will be ghost cards. So hence who is giving this? Central government. So you should also understand this. You should not blindly remember whether it's central sponsored or central sector. There might be some reasoning behind it. There might be some common sense behind it. So any numbers with respect to universal accessibilities will be most often given by central government. To provide a unified, lifelong digital identity for students, facilitating seamless tracking of academic progress from pre-primary to higher education. Pre-primary to higher, continuity will be there, no? Earlier, if dropout. Now, no more dropout. He is continuing his education. One nation, one student ID. One nation, one student ID. How many digits? 12 digits. What will be there in that number? Academic bank of credits. It is like a bank of credits. These many credits are there. So, accordingly, it will also link it with the DG locker. So, he will ask, can you show me your 10th, 12th class certificate? Can you show me 10th class certificate? So, everywhere I cannot travel physically. Everything is there in this number also. So, DigiLocker is linked with APRAAR. What is DigiLocker, sir? DigiLocker is nothing but a online repository. A online repository where our all documents and certificates will be uploaded in one particular number. So if I go for UPSC interview where they asking for my, for example, asking for my certificates, you have to take it physically only. Example I am telling. So if you go, certificates means you can just give your number. They will enter the number and they will check your certificates. For certificates, it is called as DigiLocker. For your education credits, it is called as APRAAR. So DigiLocker, who will be giving? Central government. Enables easy transfer of records when a student changes schools or states. Launched in 2023 as part of National Education Policy. So hence called as what? What is the scheme name? Automated Permanent Account Academic Account Registry. Jadui Pitara, which is nothing. Jadu, Hindi word it is. Maya Pette, Telugu. Jadui Pitara. Maya Pette. Ee Pettalo emunnai NCERT books. NCERT is education kit. Ministry of Education. Central sector means compulsory. Totally by central government. Teaching learning material. To provide play-based, child-centric learning materials for the foundational stage of education. Making learning joyful and stress-free. Children aged from 3 to 8 years. Foundational stage under National Education Policy 2020. Contains playbooks, toys, puzzles, posters, flashcards. Available in how many languages? 13 in English. What is this, sir? Simple. Any child, if he is going for pre-primary education into Anganwadi centers, pre-primary education will be provided where? In Anganwadi centers. When pre-primary child 3 years and above, when he is going for preschools in our language or kids schools, kindergartens. In government language, in village language, it is called as what? Anganwadi centers. When they go to Anganwadi centers, every child will be given with Maya Pette, which is called as Jadui Pitara, which means a box will be provided in which books will be there, toys will be there, puzzles will be there, posters will be there, small rhymes will be there, so that he will be learning from the basic education itself as a joy. That particular now in Anganwadi centers, the central government is giving to the children who are from 3 years to 8 years. How many languages they are giving? 13 Indian languages. Developed under National Curriculum Framework for Foundational Stage. Launched in year 2023.
Not implemented.
Implemented. Launched.
Launched but not implemented.
No, they implemented, they gave, but our Anganwadi workers will not give. It will come through parcel, it will come up to the doorstep, but from doorstep it will not come this side. It is called as Jadui Pitara. Prerana and Experiential, these are all PYQ based. A Prerana is a new scheme which was envisaged by the Department of Education. It talks about what? If you see the PYQs of prelims, all the questions are such words based. Prerana is in news regarding what? An experiential learning program. As an experience, as a joy, as a play, as a puzzle, as a rhymes. So, the learning is a joyful act. Under which scheme? Prerana scheme. So, obviously it is in line with what? National Education Policy 2020. Central sector, a meaningful, unique and inspiring experiential learning program to empower students with leadership qualities and Indian values. A week-long residential program held at vernacular schools in Vadnagar, Gujarat as a pilot basis. Selected students from class 9 to 12th. Curriculum based 9 value based themes like Swabhiman, Shaurya, Seva were being trained. State of art technology to showcase Indian heritage and innovation launched in year January 2024. What is this? Initially started in Gujarat as a pilot, whereby students were being identified and were being selected from 9th class to 12th class, and they were being sent to a residential place for 1 week, where the selected students from 9th class to 12th class, mainly government school students, will be getting residential facility for 1 week, and there a new way of learning, a new way of understanding, a new way of learning foundations will be taught, and these children will be sent into different schools, and they will be explaining what they learned in the residential facility, so that the students will get Prerana, and these students will be going to the nearby schools as they themselves the students, 9th class to 12th class. They will be explaining to the 7th class student, 6th class student, 5th class student, 3rd class student what they learned, and they will come up with some materials and they will be distributing. So they will get Prerana, and they will come and give Prerana, which is called as inspiration. They give inspirations to others. So teacher is giving. Teacher is someone who is different, but students are with same uniform. So when the student with same uniform is explaining, the students will love to learn from them. That particular scheme is called as what? Prerana. So what is different here? The students will be kept in a residential facility. The students will be sent to a residential facility, where the students will be given training for 1 week. These students will not be normal students. These students will be selected by the principal. Only those students will be going to the residential facilities, and there they will be learning, and they will be going across, and they will be distributing the knowledge which they got. That particular scheme is called as Prerana. On line with what? National Education Policy. Started in which year? January 2024. Sati. Self-assessment test and help for entrance examinations. And help for entrance examination, which is called as Sati. What is this Sati? See, it is an online repository of content. It is an online repository of content, mainly IIT, JEE subjects, NEET subjects, few UPSC subjects, few Staff Selection Commission subjects will be recorded videos will be put in that repository, and that repository website name is called as what? Sati. There will be also pre-recorded tests, so that you can go, a student can go and write mock tests. IIT, JEE, NEET. That particular portal is called as Sati. So that up to now the focus was only on foundational learning. Up to now the focus was on primary education or secondary education or higher education. Now the focus is on entrance. So subjects which are been uploaded in the Sati website is what? Entrance examination. Ministry of Education, in collaboration with IIT Kanpur, Central Sector Initiative Digital Platform, to bridge the gap for students who cannot afford expensive coaching by providing high quality free training for competitive examination, an open learning platform featuring AI based interaction, mainly focusing on IIT, JEE, NEET, banking, few UPSC examinations will be provided. What will be there? Video lectures. What will be there? Materials created by IIT and IISc faculties. That particular program is called as what? Sati. Sati is a recent government initiative. It is about what? So Sati is a portal whereby the video lectures, materials, examinations will be conducted on an online platform, on a portal, and the portal name is called as Sati, whereby for the first time the training is being provided free of cost with respect to competitive examinations, entrance examinations like IIT, JEE, NEET, banking exams, Staff Selection Commission, etc.